joining us today for the summer edition of Landstar Network News. We have a lot of information to share with you, including secure parking guidelines, our featured LCAP vendor, tips on tire maintenance, and much more. First up, here's our President and CEO, Henry Gerken.
Welcome, and thanks for joining us for this edition of Landstar Network News. We have a lot of exciting things to tell you about, like the new mobile phone app that provides access to available loads, status updates, and the agent directory. The latest news on Landstar expedited capabilities, vehicle maintenance, and BCO recruiting and retention. But first, I'd like to thank you for your hard work and contributions during the first half of 2011. The 2011 second quarter was an outstanding quarter for Landstar, measured by just about any metric. And I believe market conditions will continue to work in Landstar's favor. Landstar is well positioned with a wide array of capacity to provide shippers with the flexibility they need to meet tomorrow's challenges today. As you know, Landstar BCOs are true blue, but Landstar Network News is going green. You'll be able to watch our next broadcast online. Starting with the winter edition, the next installment of Landstar Network News will be online at www.landstar.com. You'll be able to view previous episodes online as well. Look for more information this fall on Landstar Online. And now for a big announcement. I am thrilled to announce that Landstar Million Milers and Roadstars will be honored at their very own special event starting in July of 2012 called Landstar BCO All-Star Weekend. And if you're a Million Miler or a Roadstar, you'll want to be there. One lucky Million Miler or Roadstar will drive off in a brand new Peterbilt. That's right, in 2012, Landstar is giving away 2 new trucks. Look for more details on BCO All-Star Weekend to come. See you next time, and always remember, safety first.
Here's Larry Thomas with a management update.
I'm excited to introduce a new application, Landstar Online Mobile, for use with mobile devices such as smartphones, iPads, and tablets. We have noticed that more and more of you are using your mobile devices to do Landstar Online load searches. So we're in the final stages of developing an app to make it easier for you. It's designed for iPhone, Droid, and Windows mobile devices. Let's take a look. So this is the Landstar Online mobile application. We've got load searches, agent directory, and status update. Let's take a look at the load search. Now we can perform a new search, or we actually have an existing search stored. We're going to go back to perform a new search. We can actually use the native GPS to populate the current location. As you can see, it just picked Jacksonville, Florida with a 25-mile radius. Or we can actually go in and select an origin city and state. We start with the state. Let's say Illinois, and origin city Chicago. So just touching the first 3 letters, it'll pull up Chicago. And I'm going to put in a radius of 50 miles. Now, parameters just like we have on the website. You've got mileage, revenue, pickup and delivery, equipment type. You can look under the mileage and revenue. You can have maximum number of stops, minimum rate per mile, minimum number of miles. We're just going to leave that blank for now and go down and submit. So we get results back. There's 3 loads there. We can get the details of those loads. So we've got the agency information, origin, destination, but not only that, we can see the other information that exists on the website as you just scroll down. Accessorial information, stops, commodities. And then you could actually, from your mobile phone, press call and call the agent. You can also get agent info. And not only from there, seeing the additional information, you could actually email the agent from this feature in the app right there. As you can see, Landstar Online Mobile mimics the website, is fast and user-friendly. Look for it to be available in November.
Next up in cargo news, let's review Landstar's secure parking guidelines. Here's Gloria Brown.
Locating a secure parking area is critical to keeping your cargo and equipment safe. In general, truck stops are not secure areas to drop your trailer. Here are Landstar's cargo security requirements for dropping a trailer. If the cargo is designated high-risk cargo, there must be a guard on duty. The yard must be well lit. The area must include a fence at least 6 feet high with barbed wire around the perimeter, and the gate must be lockable. The guard or agency personnel must be on the site at all times. That's 24/7, 365 days a year. For cargo designated general commodities, the yard must still include a fence at least 6 feet high with barbed wire around the perimeter. And it must also be well lit and have an electronic control access gate. Closed circuit video surveillance cameras must be active with the capability to store at least 30 days of recorded video. Again, all loaded trailers must have a Landstar approved kingpin device and a bolt or cable seal, or a Landstar approved padlock on the trailer or container doors. If possible, trailers and containers should be parked against a back wall or against another trailer or container to prevent access to the doors. Remember, drop yards must be approved by the Security Cargo Loss Prevention Department prior to dropping a trailer or container. Call 800-972-9410 or online at lstrsecurity@landstar.com. Cargo and equipment safety is important, but what about personal safety? Your personal safety is our primary concern. When walking to and from your truck, always pay attention to your surroundings. Always lock your cab and trailer when leaving the area, and keep them locked when you're in the sleeper. Always be on the lookout for suspicious people and suspicious vehicles. Report anything out of the ordinary to the guard or call the local police if you're really concerned.
Remember to follow these guidelines every time you drop a trailer or container. This will help keep you, your cargo, and equipment safe and secure. Now, with details on our expedited air and truck services, here's Dave Dallas.
At Landstar, we understand that the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line, and sometimes you have to take to the skies. That's why we expedite shipments using a wide range of cargo aircraft and carriers at major airports across the country, in smaller regional airports, and for added flexibility, we reserve space on commercial flights to ensure the most direct routing. Our customized solutions brings you the best expedited cargo services available. We interface with air and ground carriers on short notice to intercept shipments already in transit. We recover your shipment wherever it is and expedite it to you safely and on time. Our creative use of multimodal solutions helps you maximize your options. With Landstar, the sky's the limit. We provide a full range of charter aircraft services, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Whether you're shipping across the continent or the globe, Landstar offers door-to-door pickup and delivery anywhere in the world. With no immediate offloading or cargo transfers, your cargo departs and arrives at its destination together. This includes large shipments in single lots, saving you time, money, and duplication of documentation. Extensive experience in chartering every type of aircraft enables us to determine the most cost-effective transportation modes. Available aircraft include everything from Learjets to Boeing 747s to DC-3s to Antonov 124s. Our charter services include hazardous material and dangerous goods, time-sensitive products, perishable commodities, fragile items, and high-value materials. Our expedited ground service is point-to-point without delay. No split deliveries, satellite tracking, web-based online tracking from pickup to delivery, 99% claim-free service. Our fleet of expedited trucks are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Exclusive use service means that your cargo has our undivided attention on each and every shipment. Ship your most urgent cargo at competitive prices. Extensive communication and information systems result in precise service. No oversized shipment surcharges. No dimensional weight charges. No class rates. No after-hour charges. Our extensive safety program ensures your freight arrives intact and on time. Landstar's equipment is inspected every 120 days with experienced, well-qualified operators.
Great information, Dave. For our next story, we've asked Teresa Broadman to talk about the Vehicle Maintenance Basic of CSA, which of course stands for Compliance, Safety, Accountability.
What violations generate the most points in the CSA Vehicle Maintenance Basic? If you said tires, you would be right. FMCSA believes tire violations will most likely cause an accident, so this violation is given 8 points. If the violation results in an out of service, add another 2 points. Considering time weight, it's a total of 30 points. However, you can avoid most tire violations by repairing or replacing the tire before it is out of compliance. Drive tires with a tread depth below 2/32 is a common violation. Replace these tires when you get close to this measurement. If there are 2 adjacent tire grooves that are below 2/32 of an inch, you will be placed out of service. Flat spots or brake skids on tires can be frustrating. Even though there is a lot of tread depth throughout the tire, one area of brake skid damage could put you out of service. Tire pressure is also very important, especially in the heat of summer. Check your tires frequently to make sure they are properly inflated. If underinflated, more of the tire is touching the road, causing unnecessary wear and tear and poor fuel economy. If overinflated, especially in this heat, there's a greater chance for a pop. Always perform your pre-trip, en route, and post-trip inspections.
Preventive maintenance is very important on a truck, especially your tires in the morning. You need to check your air pressure to make sure that everything's up. First of all, as an operator, it saves you money if they're inflated right. You can check and see if you have any nuts, bolts, anything in your tires. Landstar trailers, now we're using recaps. It's very important to check the trailer because if a recap comes off on the road, you can destroy a vehicle.
Track your tread depth and watch your tire pressure, not only on your tractor and trailer, but also the company-controlled trailer you may be using. Thank you for your help in avoiding CSA points. Remember, you are the power of one.
Great job, Teresa, and thanks for being the first on Landstar Network News to report from inside a tire. That's a real commitment. Healthy living is important for everyone, but for those with diabetes, it's essential. Knowing as much as you can about the symptoms, as well as managing diabetes, is important. Here with more information is Dr. Edward Shahady.
Essentially, 2 types of diabetes, type 1 and type 2. One comes because your insulin is gone, the other is you're resistant to the effects of insulin. We treat both of them somewhat differently. Although some type 2s will eventually need insulin, majority of type 2s we can treat with lifestyle changes and also oral medications. A high-risk person is one that probably has a family history of diabetes. They're not very active, all right, and their dietary habits aren't what we'd call the greatest. So they're at high risk to have pre-diabetes. We might define it by a blood test also. We now use hemoglobin A1C, which is a blood test that tells you what your blood sugar's been over the last 3 months. And like if it's 6.5 or greater, that's diabetes. If it's between 5.7 and 6.5, that's pre-diabetes or high risk. Yeah, minimizing your risk of becoming diabetic, we really know how to do that now. There was an excellent study done about 6 or 7 years ago that showed if you change your lifestyle, you can decrease your chances 58%. And the lifestyle changes would be if you just lose maybe 10 pounds of body weight and you increase your physical activity to 150 minutes a week. I like to tell my patients, motion is lotion. It's lotion for your heart, it's lotion for your joints, it's lotion for your muscles, because diabetes affects all those things.
For a prolonged life, like I work for self-preservation, and I try to eat right. I try to maintain. Working a low boy with Landstar gives me the opportunity to stay fit, and I get a certain amount of exercises, and then what I do at home in conjunction with this, it works. What can I say?
The complications of diabetes are very clear. Heart attacks and strokes are the most common problem. Blindness, renal, chronic renal disease, and nerve problems, neuropathy. We can control all that if we can keep your hemoglobin A1C controlled. Now, also what's important to remember, it's not just hemoglobin A1C, it's blood pressure and cholesterol. That's why we give medications to control both of those. And those are just as important, if not more important, than the hemoglobin A1C.
Thank you, Dr. Shahady and the North Florida chapter of the American Diabetes Association. If you would like more information on diabetes, please visit www.diabetes.org. Fuel prices continue to be an issue for the transportation industry. Our featured LCAP vendor, Thermo King, offers a great option to save on idling costs. Here with the details on the Tri-Pack Auxiliary Power Unit is Nick Stack.
Our Tri-Pack Auxiliary Power Unit is a standout in the industry. It uses a 2-cylinder Yanmar engine with a belt-driven compressor. It includes an S-bar fuel-fired heater. These components are designed to work quietly and efficiently, and we have a strong warranty to back up the Tri-Pack. The complete unit has a 1-year warranty. For the engine, it's 2 years, 4,000 hours. The fuel fire heater is 2 years, and the condenser and pre-cool fans are also 2 years. There are many benefits from running the APU. To supply heat, it only consumes 0.04 of a gallon of fuel. For cooling, fuel consumption is only 0.2 of a gallon. This compares to approximately 1 gallon per hour to idle your tractor. There are also benefits in running the 2-cylinder Yanmar engine versus running your big bore tractor engine. Plus, there are a lot of wear and tear that you prevent from running your 2-cylinder Yanmar engine when you're using your APU. And you'll have the ability to run hotel loads with the amenities like television, microwave, and computer with our optional 1800-watt inverter. With the optional Arctic package, you can also monitor your truck coolant. Accessing our nationwide Thermo King dealer network means we will always be close by should you need service. And best of all, because of our great relationship and partnership with Landstar, all Landstar BCOs are eligible for great savings with our Tri-Pack rebate program through LCAP.
Thanks, Nick. For more information on the Tri-Pack APU, call LCAP at 800-531-5227. As Landstar continues to grow, so does the importance of our BCOs. Greg Nelson is here to talk about the critical role of a Landstar BCO.
I would like to say thank you on behalf of myself and all of Landstar to our hardworking BCOs for all that you do safely every day. The freedom you enjoy at Landstar is the closest thing to having your own operating authority without having to pay for your own authority. The difference at Landstar is the support you receive. Landstar supports you with a multitude of tools, including LCAP for savings, available loads to locate your next load, load alerts to be your own personalized dispatcher, money management tools to help you track your revenue and expenses, online resources, and much more. The goal of these resources and the staff behind them is to help you uncover revenue opportunities, identify potential cost savings, and help you learn from other BCOs. In other words, developing best business practices to improve your bottom line. If you would like to talk to someone about your success, these tools, or any question you might have, call BCO Services at 800-872-9541 in Jacksonville or 800-435-3492 in Rockford. Our goal at Landstar is to attract and keep quality BCOs. We believe that if you're an owner-operator, this is the best place to be. At Landstar, our BCOs share the successful combination of freedom and opportunity. We are always looking for quality BCOs. Expanding our fleet helps ensure that we can continue to offer new revenue opportunities to everyone. If you know a safe, quality owner-operator looking for the freedom and opportunity you enjoy, don't hesitate to refer them to Landstar. Once again, I want to thank our BCOs. You are the best in the business, and we appreciate all that you do for Landstar.
Greg is right. You are the best in the business. Landstar safety officers also play an important role in Landstar's success. Here with our Landstar Safety Officers of the Month is Mike Cobb.
First off, we'd like to thank all of our LSOs for the hard work and effort they put in supporting the Landstar safety culture. Now I'd like to recognize those LSOs of the month. For March, our LSO of the month was Chris McGee from the MRE agency in Monroe, Georgia. April's LSO of the month was Creed Sawyer from the IST agency in Birmingham, Alabama. For May, Joe Nichols and Scott Loeffler were the LSOs of the month from the FAT agency in Fresno, California. And June's LSO of the month was Robert Scott from the FLP agency in Port Charlotte, Florida. And all of our LSOs of the month will be awarded a 4-day Caribbean cruise and will be eligible for the LSO of the Year award awarded at our annual convention in Orlando in March of 2012.
Congratulations to our LSOs. Well, we saved the best for last. Helping those in need has always been part of the Landstar culture. Let's see how Landstar agents are making a difference in their community. Typical images from your weekly golf game, right? Landstar agent Dennis Brannon is teeing up for a much bigger cause.
We're here raising money for the Children's Home, Lancaster Children's Home. Carolina Traffic Club for the last 7 or 8 years has donated all proceeds to the Children's Home to help the children.
The Lancaster Children's Home is an organization that provides a safe haven for children who have been abused, abandoned, and neglected. We provide a place for them to live. Of course, we feed them and provide an educational opportunity for them. We do currently serve about 25 children, and that, of course, changes throughout the year. Males and females, ages 8 to 21 years of age, who may have been, for some reason, abandoned by their parents or physically abused or neglected.
The Carolina Traffic Club kind of needed some purpose behind it, something to drive the club. And when we hooked up with the Lancaster Children's Home, we've seen a lot more involvement. It's really given a purpose to our club and what we're trying to accomplish. It's just very rewarding. There's no reason a child should be left behind like that, or abandoned, or abused, or neglected.
$7,000 to $8,000 a year in donations for them. But this year we're doing something a little different. We're holding a ticket sale for a brand new car in October, 2011 Malibu, and we'll be giving that away in October.
There is a fundraiser going on currently with the Carolina Transportation and Traffic Club. They provide 2 golf tournaments per year, and last year we talked about what we could do to kind of actually increase the monetary donations they're providing for us, and I came up with the idea of providing an activity center for the children, because normally when it's hot in the summertime, the kids have they're having to stay inside, or if it's cold, really cold, there's nowhere for them to actually do any kind of recreational activity. So we came together with an idea and a plan to try to promote this fundraising effort to provide an activity center for the children we're serving.
And when these kids get here, by the end of the day, you'll see them it's a good feeling to see how happy they are.
Well, I think it's important that we give back to our communities. I've been in the traffic club since 1999, and that was one of the main reasons I got involved with the club, was because of the work that they do with local charities.
The community is what Landstar is all about. Family is what Landstar is all about. And the more that we can reach out to these folks, the proceeds of this will reach people that we don't even know about today. So it's such a valuable part of who we are, and to be able to share some of our things or our wealth or our monies, whatever the case might be, with people that may not be able to afford things, it's pretty cool.
Jackie Harris knows firsthand what the Lancaster Children's Home means to young people.
It has had a major impact to the point where allowing me to be able to give back to my community by becoming a foster parent. I have learned that you need that love and guidance as a young child in order to be productive in today's society. And living in the children's home allowed me to have some of my first birthday parties, my first bicycle. The first time I ever broke my arm was at the children's home. And the house parents there really became my parents to allow me to learn the values of life, the respect for rules, the structure and the routine, which has allowed me to be the parent that I am today. Oh, I often say it's destiny, that I've made a full circle in my life, and allowing to use the tools from my past to work with the kids today has just been a great benefit for me to be able to do my job here as a case manager.
What a great story. A special thanks to all the Landstar people working to make a difference in the lives of kids at the Lancaster Children's Home. As we conclude our program today, remember that school is starting in some areas and will be opening in other areas soon. So watch out for school kids and school buses. And also to remember to look for Landstar Network News online in the fall. Until then, keep your headlights on, fasten your seatbelt, and watch your following distance.